And we're back, everybody. We're back.
Side notes, just a slight deviation from this. So I think I know where Tiara might stand on this, but so if a person is old and gray, hang on, person is old and gray, and yeah, and it feels like man, maybe cancer has cancer, whatever, and it feels like man, this is too much. If you were supreme leader and the person look, I want to end this. I'm tired of this life. Right now, in lots of euthanasia, in
Mm.
lots of countries, is not allowed. If you were a supreme leader, would you say, "Yep, you can"? You agree for people to have euthanasia or not? Boom.
I can't talk because you already know my stand. So let me
I don't know your
person talk.
stance. I don't
You
know your
already know my
stance. So
stand. Even if you're 12 and you say you want to get out of this life, please allow the person get out of this life.
okay,
This life is
I feel like
allow them.
I feel like euthanasia is something that should not be taken lightly and not should be given. People shouldn't be given just immediate access to that, right? That would be for like extreme cases where it is very, very obvious that the person's quality of life is being affected by whatever it is, whether physical, mental, emotional. But I think in the world right now, a lot of things are getting diluted, and part of what is getting diluted is people's ability to just understand that life has different layers, both good, bad, and ugly, and the resilience and the resistance to be able to go through things without feeling like you want to end it all, depending on what
exactly.
everybody's situation is different. There's people who
So
really are going through.
Who
Why is it
decides?
important? Also, why is it important that you think you should lead or direct what people want to do with their lives? Like, if they say they don't want to be resilient, why is it your business? Like, why do you think that everybody should go through suffering and find a character
It might
out
not
of?
necessarily be
What if I
suffering,
don't want
Tiara,
to?
but the thing is also just allowing people to be like, oh my God, I had a bad day, I want to die. Because there's a lot of people, again, there's different
What's the
levels.
problem?
So if I feel like it is a problem,
What's the problem
honestly.
with that? Like, is it that you think there'll be enough
There's
people to work?
people,
Like, how does that impact anybody if they decide that they want to die, whether or not it's a bad day? Like,
it
how
does
does that impact you?
It does impact because at the end of the day, you're giving, first of all, it impacts family, it impacts um, the social or like the mental health of the people that they are even leaving, number two, as well as the fact
Kind
that
of selfish.
it just allows people to just, for me, I feel like people are just going to use that as an opportunity to just bow out of situations that in a lot of ways they could have been helped out of. Some people just need a helping hand, some people just need an ear, some people just need some more support, some more foundation, some guidance, whatever it is. It's not always the first option that you go with, even outside of dying. It's not always the first option in life that you go
It's
with.
not very easy to kill yourself. I don't think that you need support. Like when people call you and tell, or people
No,
that
no,
go
no,
into like suicidal
not
calls and be
suicide.
like,
Not suicide.
no,
We're
no, no.
talking
She's
about
saying that
euthanasia,
like
not
people that
suicide.
say that they want to die, basically, it's like I want out because I had a bad day. Literally suicide. I'm saying that even
Hmm.
people that want to commit suicide or want to be euthanized, it's not an easy decision. Nobody like
It's
wants
not.
to, in as much as they think they want to, when you eventually put them in that situation, they're like, let me just live one more day. A lot of people, except like you have a mental illness, don't want to die. So I don't think anybody is just randomly thinking of how to abuse dying. Like, I don't think that's some because it's not a two-way door. I don't think anybody's just like, oh, because I've had a bad day, I'm going to die. If not, a lot of people will be committing suicide.
Oh,
There's no coming
definitely.
back.
What did you
Huh?
say?
Hmm.
And
I
like,
said there's no
if
coming
the
back once you
fear,
cross
There's no
that
coming
door.
back from it. No.
yeah,
I
but like, if the
mean,
fear is that people are going to abuse it, a lot of people will be committing suicide right now. If your fear is that oh, they will abuse this thing, a lot of people commit suicide now.
I won't call it
A lot of
fair.
people do though.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
not a lot. It's not like
It
what
is.
5%
It
of the
is. You might not
population.
just
Like even
have
like the 5 of the percent are still fine. Like they're still
you
going
might
about
not have
living
the
their
exact
lives.
statistics, and neither do I, but a lot of people do. And
Okay.
even right now, where it's legal to have euthanasia on people, I do not believe that they just do it for them once they come to ask for it. There'll definitely be processes, there'll be checks, there'll be layers of understanding what the person is going through and seeing whether there are any other options to help that person's life or quality of life to be better before they agree to take it to that level of euthanasia. So it's not something that should be taken lightly. And when he says supreme leader, I don't think it's just like a decision about who lives or die, but just basically like, for instance, like the government, the people that have control over such decisions. Yeah, we'll go.
Actually, global society is 1.1% of all deaths. I don't think Euthanasia will add to that 1.1. Gun violence is more than
Think about it in
1.1.
numbers.
What do you mean by too much? We already kill ourselves. War and gun violence is significantly more than 1.1. I'm sure we'll be fine as a country or as a people.
To buttress what both ladies have said, Sasha, true. There should be some sort of regulation. Okay, I want to do this, but there should be some levels or tiers or guardrails. But also with regards to Tiara, why should you be the one to um I have freedoms. So I don't want to go through this anymore. Take somebody, for instance, cerebral palsy or something as extreme as that. Why does the person need to suffer that long? Why should I suffer that long knowing there is no out and there is no end in it? Why can't I just want to end it, on my own terms? So yes, there is a place for both to coexist, but I am all for euthanasia. It's not I'm not on the fence with it. For crying out loud, if at 18 you can be thrust with a gun in your hand and trained as a soldier to take life, so why can't I make my own decision to take life?
Is that people die? Let
That's it.
them die. Let the people that want to die die.
I was thinking about it, and really, to be honest, euthanasia. I think if I was supreme leader, I would still leave it to the doctors to kind of decide. Like when the individual has indicated that, okay, I want this, I would leave that decision to the doctor. Like you're the one that is looking at the patient. Is this patient truly at a point where they need this, or is this just somebody that is just tired of doing the work, or for whatever reasons? So that's where I'll leave it. I don't know. I don't know. I've never been in a situation where you would I would contemplate that, so I can't really put myself in that. What Ugo? What's your own like? It looks like you.
So okay, the way so euthanasia. So personally, for myself, let's say I were old, cancerous, and in pain and all that, I personally would want to be put out. Just give me whatever medicine's keeping me alive, or give me something to take me out. That's me personally. If supreme leader, there would be regulations. It would be hoops you have to jump through to before you can get it done. Like you, 2 or 3 medical personnel will have to say and agree that yes, this person is suffering whatever ailment and they are in intractable pain. There's no coming back from this. It's just going to go downhill from here, this time the third. And yeah, there'll be hoops like that because it's not a small decision to take, in my opinion. And then there's also the religious aspects of it. Because if you believe in the afterlife, when you go over there, oh, Master Jesus say, come. So you mean I gave you life? You now decided to yank it. So there is that aspect of it.
She gave me the life. I
So
decided not to protect the life. Uncle, how is that my problem?
Hey, you discussed that with Master Jesus.
You should have decided that, oh, I can't off myself if you have given me something, or you take away the option to off myself. But as you're giving me free will, how dare you now say, oh, this is your free will? Why did you do this
See
with
how
your free
Smokey is
will?
looking at you. See how Smokey is looking at you. You're going to get it now.
I'm not getting it.
But that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Smokey, fire down. No mercy.
No, no, no. I'm kind today.
So if you were supreme leader, you would say no.
I was
Is that what
saying
you're
that.
saying?
Yeah. Because like in our experience, you're here this minute, you're gone this minute. It's like it's yeah, it's easier than it's the easiest thing. The person you might be planning for might even go before what you're planning for is gone. But I know there's a lot of pain. We put people in hospice, we load them with opioids and all that stuff, but I don't know. I think euthanasia is for pets, not humans. I know it's hard, it's difficult, but I don't know. I don't think so though.
No, I have a question about this, your feelings. So
Yeah.
if the person is going through pain, it's now you that will decide that they should live with it. Or for instance, they give birth to someone with cerebral palsy. You know they cannot have a great quality of like. Let's not be lying to ourselves. You know, I know there's no cure. Why would you allow the person have a terrible quality of life because you feel like it is murderous? It's just iffy to you. I'm uncomfortable making
No,
hard decisions
so you're
about
saying
your
the
death.
person has made this choice,
Yes.
right?
And then you are saying that you're uncomfortable about the murderous effect about their life.
I
Because
don't know.
So
euthanasia is
you
not
want
you that
them
would
to stay
decide. Somebody has
No,
because it's
no.
decided.
uncomfortable for you.
And who am I? Who am I?
At the end of the day.
Who are
Yeah,
we?
because you know how from generation to generation, ideas and beliefs about certain things evolve. What Gen Z thinks is not what Gen X and millennials think. I tr I, yeah, but you know how our parents, there are some things our parents didn't believe in that we believe in. I can't say exactly what now. But so I believe maybe in a couple of years, my beliefs and my thoughts about this will evolve, but right now I don't, you
Okay,
know,
you don't have the
because
melons to do it.
there are a lot of people like, okay, say you're a parent, you're taking care of a child with cerebral palsy, you know. Well, I mean, I don't know, I can't frame it really,
So
honestly.
you allow when you
So
die now what will happen to the
so
child?
wait,
You will
so
just
okay,
assume that the
I don't
okay.
know
government will
because
take
there are some
care.
people that want to push up their relatives from on top of a bridge because I'm tired. I've been cleaning your butt. I've been taking care of you. You've been stressing my life. But I've not lived my life because I've had you with me. And the
So
person might be
you
feeling, oh, I'm punishing this parent. I'm punishing this caregiver. Let me just go. All
And also
those.
when the caregiver dies, then what? And I think it's not even important
So
that you're
these are
feeling stressed. It's
difficult
okay,
things.
when I die, then what?
But you are in a place where you can get euthanasia,
no,
right?
we're
Some
just
Nigeria, you
people.
can
no,
get
it's
it
a
today, yeah.
hypothetical. No,
Nobody will just ask
it's a
you questions.
hypothetical. It was a
You just want to
hypothetical
know.
question.
Yep.
I don't think
Please let me
so. I
through this
don't think
knife
so
here.
be- because I've seen how I've seen so
People gone
many
here.
times how easy life goes. Like somebody you're talking to right now
Yeah.
just passes like that in a twinkle of an eye in a second. So I feel like life
Well,
is
Yeah, but you've also seen how things can get prolonged.
But we're not
People
getting
are
out of
I
this place
have
alive.
seen,
You're
are
supposed
I
to
have
die.
intractable pain every blessed day.
yes,
There's
I have seen
They
that.
are
changes.
weeping. Yeah, yeah. So
okay, so well,
And
you
again,
it's
see,
nobody's getting out of this place alive.
that
Well, like the
no one is getting
expectation is
out.
it's
that you
true.
die.
You've
Like
seen them
your
in
all of the
intractable
expectation in
pain.
life.
They're getting opioids. It's getting them constipated. It, it can be really tough sometimes. But like I said, if I were supreme leader, you have to
Yeah.
put some stringent
I was
regulations
just
so that it
Oh,
doesn't get
yeah, okay, okay. You can
doesn't get
remember that. Remember that in
yeah.
probably 50 to 100 years ago, people who probably have chronic diseases or are in pain probably wouldn't have lasted as long as they do nowadays. They would have gone earlier, long before you think about the euthanasia. There's no sort of care that will keep them on that long. So,
Mhm.
mm,
And you don't even have to go 50 or 100. You just have to go to some certain countries. You don't
But
have
wait,
to
why are
time
we?
travel.
But
You just have to enter. You just have to enter a plane
no,
to
but
some certain countries that will not be named
wait
now.
first. All these
Like
things
And
that
that, like
you
we're
that
don't
guy that has
land
been
saying.
wherever.
documenting
Wait,
his journey.
these things
Which
we're
guy?
saying, right? Which chapter?
He's a Ghanaian, I think. I
Which guy is
forget his
documenting
name,
his journey?
but he's been on
Oh,
this
okay.
path for quite a while.
But see, maybe this
Uh-huh.
thing you're talking about, the person in the situation going through pain, the mental torture. This person says, I want out. Why do I need this level of, oh,
A
you
doctor to say,
I want it. So it's just like I come to a pharmacist, oh, this is what's wrong with me. Please, can I have the prescription? And I tell you, oh, this is what's wrong
Can
with
I
me.
can I
I
answer?
want out.
because people
No,
lie.
whether you lie or
You
not.
remember,
No,
Because
whether
remember,
you
because
lie
no.
or not,
remember,
I want
remember.
out. What's the
We are
issue?
framing this
No, no,
as
no, no.
if I was supreme
No,
leader.
no.
I don't
If you're
have
lying
you
that you
can
want
see
out,
that I can't even handle the powers of a supreme leader in this matter.
Anyway, Shaz,
I
So
can't.
what I'm saying,
let's
the
move on.
reason
Like
the
I said,
reason why the
it's
reason
gonna
why
be
you can't leave it
subjective.
to that person, yeah, the reason why you shouldn't just
It's a
leave it
heavy
to the
topic.
person going through it
Mm-hmm.
is that when you're going through stuff, sometimes you don't see things clear. So you then need people who are on the outside sometimes to say, oh, okay, fine. No. This, that, and that can be done. So you might think,
We
oh,
had a
this is
simple
just,
example of cerebral palsy.
uh-huh.
Okay,
Oh, people with cerebral palsy, they have, well, I will
you
say,
why are you stammering? How good is their quality of life?
oh, when you say how good, it depends. What are you looking?
There's
You
no
can
Depends.
see,
basis
so
for
so you can
equality of life
see,
for anybody. Let's not lie to
so you can
ourselves. There's no
see
you wouldn't want
it's
it for yourself. You don't want it for any other person. Why do you
as
want
I
the person
think
to be stuck
I
in that
think
body?
we might not be. We might have to.
someone
We
a
might have to
quadriplegic,
ask.
issue.
what is the quality of life of a
Allow
But
quadriplegic?
them.
even
Let
with
them just
even for the
go.
people with
Let me
cerebral,
go. Let me go a little personal. A
Mm.
friend of mine, we were. She's from the Bahamas. She just lost her first child, and he had cerebral palsy. So she's the kind of person we should be asking this
mhm.
question. What will she do? What will she say if
She's
if
not the
the
one.
young man?
She's not the one that has cerebral
No.
palsy.
No. If she had like if you gave her the supreme power of what do you call it? Supreme leader
Yeah,
power
supreme. Yeah,
over her
Yes.
child, what will she say?
she will be selfish and want to keep the child. More often than not, that's how parents are.
Well, you might
They
call it
want to
selfish,
keep the
then there
It
might
child.
be
is
something.
selfish.
You never
You're not
know.
putting yourself in the other person's shoe. It's how you feel about their death, how you feel about their grief, how
I
you feel about everything else, but how the person feels.
Everybody will go, no matter how healthy you are
Exactly.
right now.
Exactly.
How about living this
Yeah.
place
So
alive?
why fast forward the process?
Really,
So
I can't.
okay,
I'm
so
not okay,
Tiara, Juju,
but I
where do you
can't
draw the
No,
walk.
line?
Smokey, I don't
I
agree with
can't
you,
walk.
Smokey, on
I
that
know
No,
one.
I
no,
can't
cool down, cool
experience
down, cool
life
down.
normally. I can't do
So
things
hold up.
with normal people. And you
Where do you
say,
draw the line? Because lots of people will say, oh, well, that's cerebral palsy. I live with diabetes. How do you know I don't feel as bad as that person? Or I live
Again,
with asthma.
I
Who
see,
told you I don't feel as
but
bad?
that's
So
that's
I
who
don't
draws
think
this line?
anybody should be
if
given the right
somebody
to
says
live or
he
die. I feel
wants
like
to
your choice
live,
of
he
life
wants
and
to
death should be in
go.
your hand
I
and nobody
say,
else's hand. Not even in the government's hands, because the government are keeping you here for their own personal reason. Who's going to pay
So Tiara,
taxes if people die?
Tiara, when you say that, are you saying that when people
Stay
are done, they
alive.
should just like end it by themselves, like don't go through any process, just be in your living room and be like, oh, bye.
If you feel your ability to stay alive or die should be solely in your hands. That's all I think. Like if you
No.
want to
What
offer
would
No,
that
yourself,
let's
okay,
process
keep
let's go to
let's
be?
keep the
doctor,
topic on
anything you want to
euthanasia.
be.
No, let's
Not
keep it
not
at
opinion
In
euthanasia.
though.
euthanasia,
Let's
there's no line. If the person that wants to be euthanized says they want to be euthanized, they should
yeah,
be
it's just
euthanized.
like
It's not
someone
a
that okay,
question.
someone
It's like,
has
I
a
want to have an
DNR.
abortion. Whether or not the baby is fine, the baby is turning upside down, the baby. If I say I don't want the baby is dying. Like, why am I having a conversation
That's
on your
another
own
whole
personal
topic.
body? If you want to die, please. Why is this even a conversation? Why are you inferring on their human rights to live or die? Like, what's your business in the matter?
I think the human right stops at to live, not to die.
No, but it
That's what
should
I
be
think.
live and die. That's why people would think they have a right over the woman's body to keep a child or not. Everybody should be responsible for their body. As they are like this, whatever is doing you alone.
No, but
Every
but
other thing
but
business.
but I I agree. The woman has 100% rights to her body, but you don't have the rights to that child's body.
I do. That's why I'm killing the child. If I didn't have a message, can I kill the child? It's the child not in my body.
No. To the child with CP with cerebral palsy.
Like, if the child, because again, it's not your parents
No,
that will
it's
say
the
they want to
child.
euthanize
No,
the
it's not.
child, right?
Yeah,
The child
it's
will
the
say, I
child that
want
is
to be
asking
euthanized, or
for
this life is not,
person.
it's not
It's
enough
the
for
person
me
with
again.
the
I want to get
condition that
out.
is asking.
But at what
It's
age,
not.
though? At what level do you? Because first of all, for me, with that kind of example, for me, if that was detected before birth, honestly, I'd have ended it before then. Honestly, there's medical conditions that can be detected before
Get
birth.
out.
If they detect this thing early, there's no sentiment to it. I'm not going to punish a child. It's just like people getting married with SSSS because they're in love, but you're going to punish some child to have crisis for the rest of their life. So end it before it actually becomes a thing. But then when the baby is born and you have this child who you're grooming and taking care of, at what level are you able to say, okay, this is someone who can speak for themselves and now say, okay, I'm done with this. This is not the life that I wanted to live. I hate mommy and daddy.
Until you can't speak, until the parents cannot speak for you anymore. If the
So
baby,
what
like
age are
from
we
zero,
saying
if you
by
can't talk,
10 they're
the parents will
allowed, or
kill
is it
you.
18? Like, like when you're able to drink or whatever. Are they just able to say at 2 years
Why do
old that I want to go?
why do you want the person to suffer so long?
I don't want the
No, let's go
person.
with
Yeah,
the age. Let's go
I
with
don't
the
want
because
the
age.
person to
By the
because you
time
have
the
to
say
child is
reach
at
a
what
18,
certain
level are we
level
going to now have them listen to them as
by the
individuals and say
time
we
the
can.
child is comfortable with knowing what death and life is,
as
because
an
again,
adult.
I don't even think as an adult you know what life and death is. Whenever you
Yeah,
get comfortable with knowing what life and death is, then
no,
you can die.
no. Then you're entering slippery slope territory here because where you draw the
Yeah.
line between what people want, as long as it's their own body.
Because if I'm listening now,
For
So if a
example,
5-year-old
if
come and
it's
tell me now that they want to be euthanized because they have cerebral palsy, they should be euthanized.
I
If
don't
that's what, if
agree.
you okay,
In
No.
surely,
fact,
but
I
okay, so
disagree
why?
vehemently.
Why? Okay, you want them to
I
believe that
disagree
thing for
vehemently if
hold
I
on,
didn't
hold on,
say
hold
it
on, hold on,
clearly
hold on.
before.
Hold on. So if you are going by that and child said at 5 they want to be euthanized and they live to 18 and they come back and tell you they want to be euthanized, you just literally made the person go through 13 years of suffering that you could have ended 13 years
No,
ago.
18 is even
Just
too small. You
and
will
then
go
if you
to
even
20
started.
to 21 at least.
do you know how difficult
21
life
at
is?
least.
Like, who gives you the right to determine how difficult their life is?
You have to know that that is actually what you want as an adult. That is the truth because growing up, you had things that you thought you wanted. That
This is
thank
euthanization,
goodness I
though.
didn't have that.
It's not we're not talking about suicide.
It's if
Euthanization, meaning
anything,
there's
it's
a reason why the person wants to die. We agree that the person
Yeah.
has cerebral palsy.
What
You
what did
know
you want to be?
that the
What did
person
you want
is
to
not
be when
going
you were a
to.
kid?
Me, that's a good
What did you
question.
want to be when you were 5 years old?
But serial killer.
I see it. I see it.
I'm not
Exactly.
living, I'm not living my dreams.
But you're not a serial killer
We
now.
don't know that. You've not caught me with bodies, so you don't know.
Bismillah.
But only saying what you know. Don't be.
Okay.
You don't
You
know
haven't
that.
seen
Anyways,
You don't know that.
your
You
Okay,
deployment
don't know
okay.
video.
my exactly. You don't know my track
your
record. You don't
CV,
know.
your CV.
Can we go
Anyways,
to yes, can we get to the
yeah. All
cardinal?
right, let's leave this
I
one.
think yeah,
Well, let's
because
agree to
this is
disagree.
agreeing to
Yeah.
disagree. Yeah, at this juncture. Let's put the chop in that table. Agree to disagree. Euthanasia has always been and will always be polarizing. Always be polarizing. It's kind of like that.
It's always a
Kind of like
polarizing
that
topic,
movie,
yeah.
Acrimony. But let's not even open that.
Please,
Uh,
please, I
No,
just
no,
got
no.
to beg
Let's not
you.
open
I
that.
just got to
there's a
Okay.
beg
new
you.
movie.
No,
There's a
no.
new
Let's
one.
not
Oh.
open.
Have you guys seen
I
Obsession?
haven't seen.
Ah,
I want to go
please,
see it. I
Has
have
anyone
the
here
news that I
seen
please.
haven't.
No, no.
Obsession?
As like I said, let's not
Obsession is
go
the
into
new
that.
shit, man.
That.
Why did you
It's
call
not
it when you
scary.
did
I
not
don't
want
like
us to
scary
go there?
movies.
So Um, last week, so we had the College of Bishops go to see the president and tell him that the country was bleeding. This they had garnered from their congregation and the people that they preside over or they pontificate over. And the president wasn't liking it. He didn't like it. And his people started calling aspersions to the character of said bishop. John Oye, I hope I'm calling it right. Onaikon. Tiara, am
And
I
I
calling
can.
it Onaikon? Yeah.
Wow, wow, just wow.
Yeah. Onaikon came out and said that, okay, Onaikon came out and
Kalechi,
said,
please.
oh
It's
no,
Onaiko.
this is
It's correct.
actually the issue. The Nigerians are bleeding, nobody is happy and all of that. And the senior special advisor to the president, an Ajayi fellow, Temitope Ajayi, comes out and says that the cardinal abused clerical privilege. For him to say that,
Let me just clarify what Juju means by bleeding. So they had like 3 points. They were like, oh, there was economic pain in the country, the insecurity is terrible, the removal of subsidy is killing everybody, and there were also democratic concerns about trust and governance. That's like what the whole conversation was about. Those are like the three major points they wanted
okay,
to bring up.
okay,
Um,
with regards to
yeah,
that. So,
yeah.
so Ajayi was like, "Oh, this is abuse of clerical privilege that because they got close to the president, they should not they are saying that they are saying things and all that, and blah blah blah." But for me, I think that the real abuse of privilege here is the people around the president not telling him what is flattering, pandering to everything he wants to hear, and using or misusing their position. Right now, you have people that have come and to say that. So the country is not really the bed of roses that you believe it is. And instead of asking or wondering or trying to find out whether or not or how it can be made better, your attack dogs start trying to diffuse or cause unnecessary distractions, and they're attacking the messenger and not the message they're bringing, thereby creating, it's not even chaos. It's a red herring. You're distracting from the main issue. So let's talk about that.
First of all, unless I saw something different, that whole visit and conversation was televised, was broadcasted, and it's on the media, right? So saying that he went and divulged information that was confidential for me is ridiculous accusations. And I feel like those responses to all the concerns, whether social, economic, those responses from the president didn't necessarily address or allay anybody's concerns. It was just, him buttressing whatever point that he's trying to make about him being, or the government, present government being, the solution to all our problems. Because it's very insensitive to say, oh, the people are feeling better, or the economy is getting better, or it's getting stronger, or we've done a lot to make everything better. When we know that we're bleeding from the eyes, ears, nose, like we're bleeding from everywhere possible. I'm not in Nigeria, but honestly, I can feel like the pain that everybody's going through. For instance, with the insecurities, how many things are being done, how much is being done. It's like things are happening in front of the eyes of the government, of the people in power, and it's just like every other Tuesday to them. And then you bring a few people back out of hundreds of people that have been taken away, and you expect us to clap for you when it's obvious that you're not putting any effort. And one line that even got me was when he said all is fair. All is fair in what? All is fair in politics. So that
Politics.
means
In
so that
Yes.
means
politics,
you're
he said
saying
all is
that
fair in
all the
politics.
trickery, all the actions, all the threats, all the threats that people are using, all the negative plots and what all the negative means that people are using in power or in politics to get their votes or to get people to sway to their side is good, is fair. And I don't think he said that out of ignorance, because we know he's learned, he speaks well. So he didn't say that not knowing what that meant. So it's obvious that whatever agenda is at play is bigger than whatever it is that we even see or what we even suspect. And it's, for me, that accusation was just baseless, very tone deaf.
Personally, I think the bishop's a hater.
What did you say?
That's what I think. All those bishops are haters. That's what I think. Just relax. The government is doing well.
Yeah.
APC, yeah, the government is doing well. Anybody that is not on board is a hater. You're unhappy that your person didn't win the
I love it.
election. Come on board. Come on our mandate. You'll be fine. The bishop should stop hating. If he were really concerned, he should share bags of rice to people and he should get out. APC, I'm on you people's side now. You people have signed me, send me my cut. That's all. That's all I have to say about that. I'll tell you the one I want. Flip.
Before you get to you, you are falling and broken.
Okay, no, Apple.
I said by the time it gets to him, it would have fallen and broken, because in transit, that phone, you just shake it like this, the screen has broken.
It will not fall and but on the real, this government, I don't know. Sometimes you're like, are these people for real? Are they saying this thing really and truly? Do they believe the words that are coming out of their mouths? What are they? Do they actually?
You people have not clocked this.
Ugo
is frozen.
They're trying to silence Ugo as well. They're trying to silence Ugo.
They actually have
naked.
Ajayi.
Bro, overreacted. I froze.
Welcome back.
You froze for a minute. Are you serious?
Are you back?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
You froze, man. They silenced you.
There you are. For going off. So what I'm saying is, they actually believe this stuff. And who's going to tell the emperor that he is naked? None of them. Not Daniel Bwala, not Ajayi, not Sunday Dari, because this is where their bread is buttered. They know, they can see that if people were not hungry, why would you be throwing bread at people on the street and they'll be running to catch it? Where is it done? Anywhere on earth. But somehow we are supposed to believe that things are getting better, but people just like catching bread on the streets. It's what it is. And well, I don't know if I still qualify for their phone now, but
no, you're gone. We can't do it for you.
You messed it up.
Tiara, remove this. Remove his name from the list, please.
That will I need to tell my sugar daddy about this. That this is your stance.
I
messed up.
Please. Let's not even get into it.
Let's not go there.
Yeah.
So Tiara, what's your stance on this? But then again, I guess everybody.
You know how it's not even about the presidency or what like the College of Bishops says. Is where were you people when they were stealing votes and doing all the nonsense things they were doing when Tinubu was being elected? All the things that was done when they were killing people in killing Christians, when they bomb. Where were these colleges of
the college?
Why is it 7 months to election that all of a sudden you now want to go and visit the press? 7 months to election when 3 years has been chaotic. Everybody collects. It's now 7 months to election that you're thinking, you know what?
Why do they even need
the president? About what? Where were you since morning? Are you going to collect your own version of rice? What exactly did you guys do there? And why are you there? If you did not talk since morning, it's now 7 months. Are you trying to threaten the president and say, I'm telling people now that we're not comfortable with you. If you don't settle me quickly, this is your 2027 election. We're not going to tell our people to vote for you. What exactly was your purpose?
The mills of God grind slow, but they grind sure.
Bailaro. When everybody was shouting, vote for Tinubu because it's Yoruba, Igbaila is now. This is the money. This is when it dawned on you that the Nigerian people are suffering now, 7 months to the end. Then I guess What else can we say? Thank you for realizing I'm coming to the aid of the Nigerian. What
Which
have you
aid?
done?
The day you wake up
They
is
went to talk
your
to
the day you
government
wake
that
up is your
say
good
government.
morning now.
So good morning to them. Now, thank you for realizing that the people that you are leading are suffering. Thank you very much for that realization. Thank you for going to meet the president and then having the audacity to come out and tell us what the people discussed. He did not attack the man there. He did not carry any. Nothing. He
It's
just
not
went
like they
there. I
could
was
do
like,
anything
well,
to
the
him.
Bible said. No, there are some ways, in the Bible. And again, I'm not like
No smoke. We have Smokey for that.